What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I bring you an interview with a special guest from my chat. His name is Maki. Maki, say what's up.
It's good, it's good.
So Maki's gonna have a conversation with me. We're gonna talk about his journey, what he struggled with, what he's currently going through as a trader, and basically go into detail and, as far as psychology and basically everything someone would want to know from a student trader. Maki's been around for how long now?
5 months.
How long have you been trading? Were you trading before that?
A year and a half.
Excuse me?
I've been trading for a year and a half now.
Alright, cool. So from a trader that's been trading for a year and a half, that's definitely not new. But it's a student that's developing, and it's going to be a very cool interview to get an intake on what Maki's been going through. So, Maki, we're going to start off with, we'll start off with the community. So you've been trading for a year and a half, right? What were you doing before you joined the chat?
Yeah, so I was wasting my time buying these random courses I found online.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to learn, I tried to play a Joker card and learn all these different strategies and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd buy 2 courses a month. I'd buy a book the other month. And I just went on. And I was never honestly, I was never profitable. I was making $50, then losing 70, then making 100, losing 150 the next day. So I was literally never profitable until I joined Stock Hours, where you taught me how to learn one strategy and master that shit,
Mm-hmm. And so before, you were basically buying courses and trying to, basically buy your way in. And you said it didn't work out?
Yeah, nah.
Well,
I was not profitable.
Okay, so was it the courses, or were you just not able to grasp what the courses were trying to, so was it why do you feel like you couldn't become consistent or green with the courses that you were buying previous to this Discord chat?
Yeah, so it was mostly generic info that I would learn and I'd memorize, but I couldn't implement it in the market.
Okay.
I couldn't do it after once the market opens.
Mm-hmm.
and the bell rings, all that's just gone, because I haven't seen anybody do it in real time.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't learned from somebody do it in front of me. So retaining all that information is so hard. You gotta have the screen time, and you gotta learn from the right mentors. So I would, for instance, I don't know, I won't mention names.
Okay.
Of the courses.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I bought some of the biggest courses, right? And all the info is great and all, but I just didn't know how to execute.
It makes sense. I feel like that's where experience comes into play. You can memorize everything you want, in anything, and if you don't have the experience, you don't know how to put that to work in real life. It's almost like what they say in school. You can go to school, but you still need the experience in real life.
Yeah.
And that's what you needed. All right, so that was previous to joining the chat, right? How long were you? That was a year, right?
That was, yeah, exactly a year.
So about a year. And then you joined the chat when?
I joined October.
Of 2020?
Yeah, 2020.
Okay. And what was your biggest struggle joining the Discord community? I mean, you've been trading for a year previous. Usually people, come in fresh, So how do you feel things changed when you come to the Discord, whether it's bad or good?
The most important part was learning how a six-figure position size trader takes trades, and the reasons behind why he takes these trades. And most importantly, skipping the bad trades also was a huge factor. Because I would learn this. I learned play a Joker card. I learned all the strategies.
Okay.
And just try and take 50 trades a day with all these strategies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you need the right mentors to guide you through this thing. It's so hard to do it alone. There's just too much info.
So when you joined, you said with the courses they weren't helping you turn basically the education you were getting and then using it in real life trading, basically, live time trading. So what changed when you joined? Or what changed when you had the community? We're not just talking about, stock hours. We're just talking about how the community in general. You have other people in the chat to talk to, and then obviously, me on the mic. But what changed when you joined the chat?
Yeah, so first of all, the interns, like you, the interns, Mason, Colin, Frankie, like these guys, it's like, it's trading with pro traders, that community of like these lessons. Every other day we have lessons, we have like questionnaires. The interns were always there to help me. I asked tons of questions to Mason and Colin.
Mm-hmm.
I hammered them with questions, and like it paid off, because like I would buy these courses, but I wouldn't have anybody to ask questions, right? Like you gotta have somebody to guide you, and like that thing helped me a lot.
Cool. And when you joined, how long did it take you to basically, get the lingo and basically become one? So, obviously when you join a fresh community, it's like, all right, yo, what the hell is going on? How long did it take you to really feel comfortable and see what's really going on so that you can actually start developing your trading from there?
Yeah, so you preach discipline all the time. So I had to fix my discipline in order to like focus on the trades that actually matter, and not trade the gibberish stuff or the chop.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you preach discipline so many times, and I just watch that every day. I would even like I wouldn't suggest anybody do this, but I used to like skip classes and try to just like hear you talk about the market while you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that helped a lot. Like the heads up, that thing that helped me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would, because I'm a civil engineering student, right?
So you're a what?
There's not a lot of time in the morning. Civil engineering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like market open, I have a mechanics class, and then an hour after that, I have a dynamics class. So I was just the first 2 hours of the market are the most important.
Yeah.
And listening to your thought process as to why like somebody shouldn't take that trade when they ask you on the stocks chat. Like, oh, should we take this trade? Should we take that trade? And like watching your thought process as to why they shouldn't and why they should, that helped me a lot, because I would have my copybook down and I'd start writing down all the info you're telling the other students.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just go over it at the end of the day.
Yeah, I can. So, for example, we're doing this interview. Maki, I noticed a lot about him is he journals, right? I journal personally, and I still journal to this day since I've started trading. And I talk about it all the time. A lot of people will just get lazy and, finish the day and, not note down what they did wrong, what they did right. You can have a green trade and still do things better. And that's what I note down. I actually have it right here. I have a bunch of these years over years. So, what I noticed with Maki, he was actually taking the time to journal. And he DMs me almost every Friday. It's actually pretty funny. He talks about the wins and losses either that I had or he had. And, he's noting what went wrong and what went right and what trade did he take. So, when did that start? Did that start at the very beginning of when you joined the chat? Or were you even doing this before the chat?
Yeah, so it took me about a month, and I'll tell you why. It's because like
a month in the chat or previous?
So it took me about a month to get used to your strategy and like try and master that thing. And the reason why behind that is because I spent a year prior just learning so much stuff, and I had to unlearn that, like learn the new discipline, like the new strategy you were teaching and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like a huge learning curve, and like I had to just unlearn everything I learned. Well, not everything, but I had to unlearn a lot of stuff, and like rethink about the things I was learning. Right. That's how.
And for the people that don't journal, people just look at it like, yo, he's just writing down. It's like, well, what can that really help? That's not going to make him a better trader. Do you feel that the journaling helped you become a better trader, or does it, like, where does the journaling come into your life? Like, does it benefit you, or just you do it because of discipline? How do you look at the journaling process?
Yeah, it definitely helps me, because like I started to note down like well, mostly I have I have notes, not just the actual setups. I
Okay.
have notes to tell me like what emotions I was in, or what I was feeling during the market, or how I approached the market.
Mhm.
Like things, I would like start writing down how many green trades I took and how many red trades on each setup,
Mhm.
and then at the end of the month I have a percentage, an actual percentage on which setups hit the most and on which setups didn't, and that's huge because like having a good win rate is super important here.
Yeah. And you're basically you're building the foundation. You're looking at what's working, what's not, so that you can basically kick the stuff that's not working out the window, so you can focus on what's actually working.
Exactly.
Cool. So, journaling is a big part of my, career, and I explain that. That doesn't mean it has to be something part of someone else's career, but I feel like that's something that has to be at the foundation of every trader, right? I don't believe that, you shouldn't do it because you feel like, it's just something that you need to note down every day. What went wrong, what went right, what trades are you looking at, everything, so that it can stick with you. Right. And Maki, how long did it take joining the community? Because you said for the first year you were just flat, right? Red, green, or maybe slightly red.
Yep, slightly red.
Okay, slightly red. And then when you joined the chat, how long did it take to become, either consistent or green, or I don't know where you're at right now. You'll have to just talk about that.
Yeah, so it took me about, bro, I was green off of the first day. Like you're like your percentage, your winning percentage rate is extremely high, honestly, mashallah. But like your win rate is so high to the point where like we talk about this in the chat all the time.
Yeah.
You can't miss a newer signals. Like you can't miss a newer signal. It's even, I mean, I used to journal your signals all the time for about 3 months. I would just write down every signal you had and I'd bring out a percentage and I'd post it on, like you've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was green off of the first couple of days, but to master your strategy, that took me about a month and a half, I'd say.
Cool.
But not master. I mean, that's a big word.
Yeah. So, alright, so that's 2020. You said you joined in October, right?
Yeah.
Let's fast forward a little bit. If October, November, December, you probably worked on just, trying to basically rotate your thought process and basically try a different strategy since you were playing with a different strategy previous to that.
Yeah.
So, 2021, where are we? How are we looking? And, basically, do you feel more confident? Are you consistent? How is your year to date? Go into detail about that.
Yeah, but it's...
Wait, let me just mention March was a very rough month, so it hasn't been easy in 2020 and 21, and actually it's been a lot more rough in 2021 than it was in 2020. And if you're a trader, then you know that. So, Maki, you can talk about that.
Yeah, so honestly, I've seen a lot of screenshots. Like March was such a tough month for traders, but the discipline you preach to us, like I watched you take one trade every 3 days, and it was so surprising, right? Because I was so used to like seeing you hit like 3 signals a day.
Yeah.
I was so used to that fast-paced action, and then when March came up, and you were taking like one trade every 3 days, but you're still making 6 figures. I was like, okay, yeah, that's how.
Whoa, Maki, you said I'm still making 6 figures. What do you mean about that?
Yeah, what do you mean?
You mean 6 figures a trade?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, as far as like trading, I did slow down in March, right? I just became extremely strict with myself. I said, I started the month very hot, and then March came around. I said, as soon as I saw that, nothing was clean anymore, I started focusing basically on less trades and higher percentages. And I did what I can in March. If that meant I had to skip a day or two of trading, then that meant I have to skip a day or two of trading. And I think that's what Maki's saying, where I took a trade maybe every 3 days. And that's something I had to do. But March wasn't about making a lot. I don't know how much. I gotta look at how much I made in March. But I didn't make Maki's exaggerating it. I dropped it down a notch, and I sized down a little bit in March. But March, he's explaining it right. Traders struggled in March, but Maki put discipline to action. And he's saying that if you treated it right, you could have came out of that alive. So continue, Maki.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I did. I was just watching you do your thing, and I was just trying to copy that, because like you were showing results, right? And like over trading wasn't helping.
Mm-hmm.
I took a dip. I have the screen on the recording here, like you could see, but like I took a little bit of dip on March from Apple calls, and then like I was like, okay, I need to get this straight. I need to like get the discipline back. I watch you do your thing. I'll just stay away from the chop and like execute when you executed, when you heads up, and like that helped me a lot during March.
Okay, so 2021, have you found consistency?
Definitely, yeah.
Cool. And are you green for the year, flat, or red?
I'm green, yeah.
And I can't see your screen, but they'll probably see it in the video.
Oh.
What are you for the year? Like, how are you looking?
I'm at 6K.
Okay.
6K right now.
$6,000.
Yeah, so I started that account with about 4K, right?
Okay.
And yeah, just I had about a 45% growth.
You guys are disconnected real quick. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so I was saying, like just straight off of your strategy, I was up a little over 40% on my account.
Okay.
And I took a hit with March with Apple calls. I was swinging Apple, and the market was pulling back, and I was just stubborn about it. I didn't want to take the loss.
Mm-hmm.
But thank God I had the cushion.
Okay.
From date, I was able to just come back.
All right, so cool. I was just about to ask you. You made 6K. People want to know on what type of account. You know, someone could make 6K with a 500K account.
I'm at 6K right now.
Your account's at 6K.
Yeah.
How much are you up green for the year?
A little over 1K, probably about 1.5.
Cool. All right, so Maki.
I was over 2 before I took the Apple hit.
Over 2 before you. Okay, so it was a swing that you were swinging in March.
Yep.
All right, so let's see. Let's do the math real quick. So your account's at 6,000. That's about a 20% gain on the account, the overall account. Okay, year to date, it's been January, February, March. You know, we just started April, so let's just say 3 months. And March was a rough one. So 20% on an overall account is amazing. You know, and you're finding consistency. So, if, you know, if it doesn't get as rough as March, it looks like you'll be taking off soon.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I know trading with a small account is hard, especially because we're playing Amazon and Tesla, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like the fact that like right now I'm so confident with the strategy that I literally, and I wouldn't suggest anybody do this, but I don't look at my position sizing too much, because I know how tight my stops are, and I believe in myself and the strategy. So like I've been playing Amazon and Tesla all year, honestly, and I've been doing great.
Cool. And so we talked about that. I know you have a lot of friends, or you know, people you met in the community that you're cool with now, and you've built a relationship with other traders. What can you say about other traders who struggle in trading, and what recommendations or advice can you give them?
Just stick to what Noor's teaching you, because wait, are we talking about people that are in the chat?
In general, you know, maybe they might not have Noor. You know, what can you give or tell someone who basically just in about trading in general?
Yeah. So I would say, like, the thing that helped me the most was like finding the right mentor, right? That's so important, because like a lot of people would like teach you different courses and stuff, but they won't have money behind what they say. Like all my previous mentors, they wouldn't show me their P&Ls, they wouldn't show me their fills, you know, things like that. And it's just like find the right mentors, stick to your plan, and don't be a joker card. Try and find one strategy that you can rely on, instead of trying to figure out all these strategies and all these indicators.
Dope. So you know, what for the rest of the year, right? We have about what is it? April's like 4th, right? So yeah, this is the 4th month, so we got about 8 months left. What's your goal for the remainder of the year? You know, I always talk about, I don't like setting money goals or, you know, percentage goals, because, you know, people should be focused on consistency and, you know, basically building an account. People are always trying to become a millionaire overnight, right? And I always talk about, don't focus on the money, focus on consistency. So what's your goal for the remainder of the year? Forget about what I say. What's your goal?
My goal personally is to just try and get better at the discipline, because I still find a little bit of mistakes that I do during the day and stuff, and I journal that all the time, right? So I need to figure out like better my discipline so I can grow my account exponentially, because like I'm green, but I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah.
And I'm not setting goals like dollar goals.
Yeah.
Like goddess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just consistency. Like I just want to see greens on my journal. That's all I want to see. I'm addicted to the greens.
Definitely. So I know from what I see every day that you're a developed trader, and you understand more than most. You know, a lot of people are just fresh and they're joining and all that good stuff. And I could tell that you want to take this very serious, and you are taking it very serious. So I can't wait to see what the remainder of this year contains for you. And if you're just, you know, continuing this discipline and consistency goal, you know, your account should grow, no problem. So that's great that you're focused on consistency, because if you're focused on the consistency and discipline part, money will come with it. So it's definitely a great thing that you're focused on that, and I'm happy to have this interview with you, and I can't wait to have an updated interview with you at the end of the year so we can see, did you focus on those things? What are the updates? What took you maybe to the next level, if you get to the next level, and when you get to the next level, and you know, we'll let people know where Maki is at the end of 2021.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much for having me, man.
So it was a pleasure having Maki on this. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. We'll start doing a lot more, you know, maybe 1 to 2 interviews a month, so that you guys can get an inner perspective of a student and not someone who's been trading for a couple of years. So if you guys enjoyed that video, hit the like button, subscribe, turn that alert on so you don't miss any other videos, and comment down below what other videos you would like to see. I'll see you guys. Peace.